What's up, everybody? I'm Sydney Goodman, and today's fix, Borderlands 3 is smashing sales records. We have new details on the PlayStation 5, and the Emmys ignore the Game of Thrones Season 8 backlash, apparently. Roll the thing. 2K Games says Borderlands 3 is making tons of money super quickly. The publisher behind the first-person shooter for the apocalyptically inclined says it sold more than 5 million copies in its first 5 days, making it the fastest-selling game in the company's history. For a little context, that's 50% more sales than Borderlands 2 sold during the same period, and Borderlands 2 went on to sell more than 22 million units. Before launch, some fans were upset that the PC version of Borderlands 3 would be an Epic Games Store exclusive, but the game's current success seems to be fueled by the Epic Games Store. 2K put out a press release announcing the sales record, saying, quote, Borderlands 3 delivered the highest pre-order sales figure to date for a 2K title, as well as broke pre-order records with the Epic Games Store, adding that PC sales have been incredibly strong. New details are beginning to trickle in about the PlayStation 5. Sony's next-gen console is still being developed, but Sony is already touting a new feature that may help combat climate change. In a blog post, Sony announced that the PlayStation 5 will have an optional setting to slash the amount of power it consumes while in standby mode. Jim Ryan, president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, said, quote, if just 1 million users enable this feature, it would save the equivalent to the average electricity use of 1,000 US homes, end quote. Sony also announced a partnership with the United Nations as part of its Playing for the Planet initiative, which is meant to mobilize gamers to take an active role in fighting climate change. Still no official release date for the PS5, but if Sony is starting to announce features like this, maybe we'll get it during the State of Play tomorrow. Here's to hoping. And for those of you who are still salty at the way Game of Thrones wrapped up, one, I don't blame you, and two, the Emmys don't care because everybody's favorite song of Ice and Fire took home the Emmy for the best drama over the weekend. From Jon Snow's nonsensical defense of Winterfell to Cersei's nonsensical defense of King's Landing to the freaking coffee cup, none of that matters. Or all of it does. Game of Thrones led the 2019 Emmy race with a record-breaking 32 nominations and beat out other critical and fan favorites, including HBO's Succession, AMC's Better Call Saul, and Netflix's Ozark. And now we wait patiently for the Game of Thrones prequel series to get underway so we can watch dragons set people on fire again. And that was Daily Fix for September 23rd. I'm Sydney Goodman, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are. Now that you're all caught up on the news, check out our Batman Fortnite gameplay. Download the IGN app on all your mobile devices, subscribe to the Daily Fix on Snapchat, and for all things everything else, IGN.com.